Hi guys, I just would like to share with you guys the issues I have with my Honda Cbr600rr 2004. I think it's applied the same for 2003, I'm not quite sure. So basically, my bike did not prime. So I thought I had a few issues, a few pump issues, and yeah, I went through and I started testing the fuel pump. So basically, I bypassed the fuel pump relay, put current directly into the pump, which is that one there. So the pump runs straight away, so I know that's not my problem. I start checking my stop-start switch to see if that was the problem. So I all tested okay. So I pretty much, guys, tell you what, I tested everything. Long story short, after I've tested everything, I thought this is my ECM, could be a fault. The reason why I come up with that conclusion is because I'm an electrician myself. I never really worked in the bikes before, but you know, when you tested everything, nothing comes, so it's got to be the control. So I thought my ECM may be the problem. So I thought, since I have a ECS system, it could be something to do with it. Maybe it didn't work. So, however, I still carry on, try to fault finding. So I got the service manual. Actually, it actually tells you how you test every single component. So like the sensors, like the switch, like the pumps, like you need the harnesses as well. I have to test the harness, hold check the current in and out of your sensor. They call the sort of tilt sensor, the one that if the bike goes over or is in the floor, you won't start. I forgot the name of the sensor. So yeah, I could not come up with anything that would make my bike work. I did see a lot of videos online regarding the 9 volts goes to the ECM and all that kind of thing, but this is an ICES HISS motorbike, which is the alarm system or the immobilizer system, put it that way, I think. And then it goes through the harness, and then that's what gives you current. I do not know what kind of current, but I know it's the code coming from your fault key. So anyway, I then thought, you know what, after spending hours and hours around it, I thought, mate, the best thing I could actually do in here is to prove myself. I go on eBay and I found I'll buy another ECU or ECM, which is for this bike, and then I'll try that, mate. If it's cheap enough, I'll give it a go. I have heard a lot of stories about people that have tried exactly the same thing, and then at the end of it was not the ECU. It was just a diode at the back of their switch or something like that. But just for your information, guys, an American bike, they do have the diode at the back of your ignition switch, or the ignition bar. But my one, which is the ones got, the European ones that got HISS, they do not have nothing. So they go through the power for is through it comes an harness, and it gives the code to the ECU or the ECM to say, yes, I recognize the key and you guys can start it. So for me, it was pretty tough to find out what kind of current come out of here to actually power up that or voltage. I could find nothing online or nowhere, no any manual to point in the right direction. So after I bought this ECU, luckily enough, this ECU or ECM came with this key. I quite liked it. I never thought about it, but I quite liked it purely because the ECU came with the key, with the ignition barrel, and that was it. So what I've done first straight away, I just plugged the ECU on, the ECM on, and the bike will still not prime, will not even start. Then I thought, well, I'm thinking I've still got a problem in here. I haven't found it. What else could well be? And then I thought, well, surely the guy that sold me that one, I've talked a lot with him, and he says, oh man, this ECU worked in the 2003 model, which doesn't go ECE, and it worked anyway. And then I worked as well. I put in 2004 with the ECE, and it worked anyway. And I thought, man, if you plugged in 2003 without ECE and it worked, it should work in mine without it. So I even took that sort of the code reader out it wouldn't work. My bike was just would not prime. Man, I was getting frustrated. And it was just, I was thinking here, I was sat in here and I thought, you know what, I just think I'm maybe going to give up. It's been already 2 or 3 weeks, I've been working here as much as I possibly get nowhere. And I just started looking, I thought, why would not just use the key that comes with the bike, just see what happens. And I put that one on. That's what I did. And as soon as I got the key, basically I kept my key barrel in there. And the key that comes with it, I put close to the alarm system and the bike primed straight away. There we go. I thought, something wrong with my key though. So I then decided to open my key, right? I took the cover off, which is that one. And then in there, in that little cavity, you're supposed to have like the chip that reads the code that goes to your ECM. I don't know how, but on my key, there's no one in there. Guys, I bought this bike 2 years ago. I never opened the key. I not remember losing the chip on there. I not remember at all, unless my daughter, whatever, was playing with it and then he took it out and put it back on and glued it together. Because I don't know what happened in here. But long story short, guys, once I got the key that came with that, together with the immobilizer sort of HISS, it start work straight away. So now I actually am able to, as you can hear, the prime, and the bike starts straight away. Guys, that's been a long 2 weeks, but I finally got there. I just thought about make that little video for someone that facing the same issues, especially around Europe, because that's the common thing. Just make sure your key does have the reader with it, with a little chip inside, and you guys not lost it. And if you got even a spare key for your ECU, just get it. Now, I do not know if I would. I'm pretty sure that my ECU might be okay, but my ECU would not read that code. So therefore, it's useless without it. And then it costs more money than what I paid for that ECU. Just to get that recode. I don't know if it's possible to code that without having the original key anyway. So there we go, guys. I hope that this information will be helpful for anyone out there that facing the same issues. Thanks, guys.